quick introduction. My name is Beth. I am a registered yoga teacher. I am a running coach, among other things. I blog at sublimelyfit.com. And thank you for inviting followers, Julia. Thank you. Oh, yay. So excited to see everybody. Thank you for the hearts. And I wanted to pop on tonight to talk through the different types of yoga that runners should consider practicing. So if you're not familiar with yoga, there are lots of different styles of yoga. Some are a little more vigorous than others, and some are probably better suited to runners. Hello. So a lot of runners are drawn to power yoga, vinyasa yoga, which is a more vigorous yoga, lots of movement, lots of holding postures to gain strength in upper and lower body in the core. And that's honestly the type of yoga that I first started practicing. It's the type of yoga I teach most often. I love it. It's great. It's a good complement to running because it does help you build strength in your stabilizing muscles, in your core, all of those muscles you need to help you maintain proper running form, and that is going to help you keep from getting injured. So all very, very good things. So, and the fact that it's more vigorous, the fact that, you feel like you're kind of getting a workout is what draws in a lot of runners and why a lot of runners love power yoga, love vinyasa flow yoga, and it's a great option. Definitely a good one. Some other styles of yoga that runners might consider trying. The first would be hatha yoga, which is a slower yoga. So downward dog is just a yoga pose, definitely practiced in lots of different styles of yoga, like the vinyasa, like hatha yoga I'm talking about now. So hatha yoga is it's a slower paced, it's a slower paced class, yes, and hot yoga is, can be different styles of yoga. So you could do a hot power yoga where it's a vinyasa or flow class where movement is linked with the breath. You could do that in a heated room. There's also hot Bikram yoga. I've heard it pronounced different ways depending on who you're talking to. That is a slightly different style of yoga where the room is actually kept very hot, over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. That your body needs to be conditioned to the heat. I think it can be a little hard, especially if you're first starting in yoga. But gentler forms of yoga like hatha are excellent for runners. Because they're slower paced, I find that a lot of runners struggle with that mentally a little bit more. They think it's boring. They think that it's, they just, what do I want to say? They just get bored on the mat. They think, why am I sitting in this pose for so long? But it actually can be good because it helps your tight muscles open up slowly over time. And a lot of hatha classes, not all of them, but a lot of them will use a lot of yoga props, bolsters, blocks, that sort of thing, which helps you be able to modify the poses for your body, which is incredibly important for runners, especially runners who have very tight muscles. That's going to help you make the yoga pose feel right in your body, which is incredibly important. And that kind of brings me to one of my favorite types of yoga for runners, which is restorative yoga. Similar to yin yoga, there are some slight differences, but honestly, a lot of the same poses are practiced in both restorative yoga and yin yoga. In those poses, you'll use supports or lie on your back for a lot of things. And you hold poses for longer periods of time. That not only helps the muscles release a little bit more, but it also helps your connective tissue release. So the little bits of tissue that help connect your skin to your muscle, the bits that connect bone to bone, and then parts that help connect your muscle to bone. All of that starts to release a little bit more, especially in styles like yin yoga, but also restorative yoga will help with that. Restorative yoga is great for runners too, because a lot of good restorative poses like Viparita Karani or legs up the wall help with muscle recovery as well. So that is a really, really great style of yoga for runners to get into. What's nice about that too is that running is really vigorous. Hi, thank you for tuning in. Running is very vigorous. It takes a lot out of you. And so something that's more restorative, more slow paced is actually a really good complement to running. You're not going to work yourself too hard in your cross training, in your yoga workout, so that you still have energy and, stuff to give in your running workouts. So that's another reason why I would recommend trying restorative yoga, yin yoga. Really, really great for runners.